That jumpstarts your countdown and brings us to our very first guest. Jaci Velasquez is a multi-platinum Grammy-nominated artist. She has new music, and this latest album, Trust, comes after a 5-year hiatus. I sat down with her to talk about the music as well as motherhood in this week's Studio 5 interview. How is the career and your music different as a mom now?
It's different because you have to balance when it comes to like traveling. I can't be gone for 3 months at a time. I can be gone for 2 weeks, come home for a week, gone for 2 weeks, and then I'm done. Like, that's the way I have to roll because you know, my kids are older. That's why I basically decided to start making music again and touring, because when they were little, I didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to miss it. Now they're 8 and 9 and their feet smell, so.
What advice would you give to moms out there? Because I know there's anxiety, there's stress. I think I watched my wife go through it. We battled it as parents, thinking, okay, our kids aren't involved in enough things. We don't have the time for them to be involved.
Oh, you're going through that right now.
So
how old are your kids?
My daughter's 9, my son is 16. But it's just like, okay, well, you know, they may not do as much as other kids get to do.
I know, right? There's that super duper intense pressure of, well, is your kid in lacrosse? Is your kid in football? Is your kid in baseball? It's like this club that I never knew that I had to be a part of, or that you kids have to be a part of. And you're like, then you feel the pressure of, but they're not in that stuff. Oh no, what if they choose that they want to do it one day and they don't know how, but all their friends are doing it. They're like, why didn't you put me on the soccer team? Yes, I know the feeling. Well, I guess the best advice I would give, because this is what I told myself: square peg, round hole, and why try to fit in when you were born to stand out?
In your song Trust, there's a story behind that. Can you share how that song came to you and what happened?
Well, my oldest son Zealand, who is 9 years old, he was born perfect. Oh, just the easiest baby on the planet. I mean, we could still go out for sushi when he was a baby. He would just lay in his carrier, just super chill. Then his brother was born and couldn't do anything anymore, because we call him every time Hawaiian. He's always quiet. Well, the big boy, when he was about 18, 19 months old, we started noticing that he wasn't hitting the milestones kids his age were supposed to be hitting. That was, you know, we're like, okay, we don't want to be the parent that just buries their head in the sand, and let's see if we can get him tested. And so we did. It came back as a developmental delay, so we said, come on, let's do this. So we got him speech therapy, occupational therapy, and our insurance wouldn't cover it, so we just paid out of pocket. It didn't matter. And I'm really grateful for the school district we're in, because they give him a lot of help. But second grade rolled around, and they had to officially give us the diagnosis, because up until now it was developmental delay. Well, we were sitting in this giant boardroom, principal, vice principal, you know, all these pediatrician letters and just so many people. And they said, well, he's autistic. And I remember I went home that night, or that day. I started crying, of course, in the boardroom. I went home that day and I said, God, I don't get it. This is super ironic. My husband and I have been in ministry. My husband's been in ministry since he was 16. I've been in ministry since I was 9 years old. In ministry, you have to be able to communicate. Why can my son not? Why can't he communicate? We've given our whole lives in ministry to you. I just want my son to be able to tell me what his day was like. And so I went through a mourning period, honestly, but God showed me something. He showed me, Jackie, you know, I only give special kids to special people. And you know Zealand is very special, which he is, super special. Like, everybody who meets him loves him. He said, I saw something in you that I knew I could trust you. Now you have to trust me. Trust that I love him more than you do. Trust that I have plans for him. Ministry will be there. I guess we goosebumps. It may not be the same way you have done it, but I'm doing something new.
Jaci's album Trust is available in English and Spanish wherever music is sold.